as I was saying, I worked on her like an hour or two the month before. I must have reached my 45 minutes. Whoops, let's wrap this up. And I forgot to pull her out because I only work on her that one day a month. Well, last month I started adding Kreinik and beads. She is so much more fun when you do Kreinik and beads and not just blocks of color. Oh, so much more fun. So Fairy Roses, in case you're curious, I will grab her. She's right over there, but like I would need 3 arms to reach her. So, note to self, need to write it down. I need to grab her for next time. She will be the last week of the month because that's when the Zoom is, or the 4th week, right? That's probably the last week of the month. So I work on her for 1 week, and I haven't picked the third one. The final one. That makes 3. I need to pick 1 more. I thought about starting something new, and then I went, yeah, no, you shouldn't do that. $100, that's what I was thinking of earlier. I saw it on 1 Flosstube today, or did I see it on 2 Flosstubes today? Seems like I've seen it a lot recently. Yeah, I need to do that too. Or I might do, I don't know. The other thing I really need to do, especially if I'm going to have it done for my son, the trains, oh, I thought I had the picture there. Ah, surprise, I don't. Here we go. The train stocking, which is not really called the train stocking. It is, it's Santa in a train, and it goes like, you know, that's very cool. It's a Stony Creek stocking. I wanted to have it done for Daniel's, like, Christmas in 1st grade. He's like official, I don't know why I think that's so official, but when he's 7, 1st grade, and that just seems like the year he needs a grown-up stocking, which means I really need to start it. I went to start it, and then I realized I did not have a piece of fabric big enough. Oops. So I ordered fabric, and of course I wasn't looking at starting it when the fabric came in because I was off to other things. I just realized there was something else I started and could not finish because I ran out of floss. Let's show that to you real quick. My very first Teresa Go Good design. It was fun, but I used a 5-yard skein of floss. See the problem? 5 yards is not enough. So this reads to me as a very variegated rainbow. Like, it's a very rainbowy variegated. I think when you look it up, it's called like Russian flag or something, but I didn't know that at the time. It just has a number on it. It's 10911. I think, right? Because then if you go this way, it also makes a perfectly good number if you do it that way. So I think it's 10911. A friend, family friend, found another skein while she was at Stitcher's Paradise last week. And so the last one, hopefully it matches well and I can finish this. Yeah, and show that to you next time as well. Of course, it doesn't have purple in it, unless you count these little couple, like it's not true purple. Okay, it doesn't count. So I used a different purple. Again, don't know what it is. It's written down. This is all variegated floss. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it looks variegated. This is a freebie that I got off of the Fat Quarter Shop website. Yes. So that should be done next time too. So I don't know if I'll have 1 week where I work on smaller stuff and keep the big ones to 5 days each, or if I will only do 4 days on them and have all 4 weeks filled with bigger projects and then have 3-day weekends to do my small stuff. Because right now what I'm doing, and it's working great for the small stuff, have a design, stitch the entire design, because it only takes a few days. Well, the bird I did in 1 day. I've moved that, whatever. This I did in 1 day. It was like 3 hours. Okay. So I move on to this. This will take, what, 2 days for the berry? No, 3, because there was the middle day I didn't stitch. So 3 days for the berry. Then I move on to the next thing. And so I just keep going. I always have a lot of things to kit. Sometimes I'm in the mood to kit. Sometimes I don't feel like I have really. Okay, I'm going to talk real fast. My device is running out of storage. So, as I was saying, sometimes if I only have like 20 minutes, I'll just kit up something instead of sitting down to stitch. Because that's frustrating for me to just get started and then not be able to continue. It's like stopping in the middle of a piece of thread. It's really, really hard for me. I don't like to do it. Sorry if I'm talking really, really fast. But I will kit something, especially if I have an empty bag. Right? Fine. I can kit something. No big deal. So I'll do that instead. And I have no clue where I was going with that because then it wanted me to do all this stuff and I can't remember my parental control password and it won't let me reset it because my storage is so low. And anyway, it's time for me to make dinner and piece all this stuff together anyways. So I will see you in hopefully a month-ish, end of May. Maybe I'll do like vlog style updates. That might be good for me. We'll see. What happens, happens. So then take care. See you soon. Hello, Flosstube, past Amy here, showing you some of the things I have made for Sarah, one of my swap partners. And this is the most recent thing I made. I was trying another card finish. I did already write in it, didn't think of that till now. But I had tried this finish in January and did it again for February, and so I wanted to try something different. I'm doing cards this year, although when I show you the March finish, you'll see I have trouble sticking to flat things. So this one I just sewed a line inside and frayed the edge, and then when I applied it to the card, I did a stitch. Where is that stitch? Around the edge. Maybe I only did one stitch. I thought I'd sewed it twice, once before I applied it to the card and once after, but I only feel one row of stitching that you can see right there. Well, either way, it's been too long. I should have recorded this sooner. That's how that turned out. This was a pre-printed card from a box of cards that I probably got on clearance once upon a time, and that was super simple. To do this one I never wrote in, and you can't see it on the inside. I made a template that was the same size as this border here, which I stitched to be 1.5 by 2. This is a part of a chart that I found on Instagram. I think it was salt.pepper.stitching. Talked about it in my last Flosstube. And so I made a little template just with this piece of cardboard. I've already thrown it out. Or, index card, whatever you've got. Cut the dimensions of your stitch. And then I positioned it on the card, actually marked the center of the card, and then set it on there. Decided I wanted some of the fabric to show around it because it looked very crowded and kind of small in this card. This is like a 5 by 7. So I positioned it there and then just traced that outline. Took my ruler, I use quilting rulers, and my rotary blade that's for papers and interfacings. I have one for papers, one for fabrics. So I just drew a line a 1/4 inch outside of that, so I would have a little border, and used an X-Acto knife to cut that out. So it, of course, cut out my traced piece that was there originally, and then I had to erase just a tiny bit of pencil lines when I X-Actoed that out, and then I could go from the back, put my stitch right in there. See, I should have recorded all this before because you can't really see it, you can't really feel it. It's hard to show when it doesn't show. So I put some tape when I realized how many squares were going to show. I put some tape right outside those lines, and like the double-sided strip of tape that you use in scrapbooking, and pressed it down and then peeled it and just stuck it right to this opening. And then I cut another piece of paper that was the same color as the card, so just white in this case. Cut it about 1/8 of an inch smaller. And then, I don't know if I can show this, but you just take your card, which of course this isn't the right size, and you put it right in there. Oops, sorry. And then you kind of close, start at the middle, peel that paper, and then close it on top of itself. And press as you go, then do the sides, and keep going so it's flat, 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 and then it will be stuck there. And you can't show it in your Flosstube video because you should have recorded it before you stuck it there, because now it's permanent. So that's how I did that. Those turned out well. This is super quick and easy. You don't have to measure anything. You just sew it on there. This one's a little more time intensive, but still not difficult. I want to try it putting a piece of decorative paper on the front and then cutting through the 2 layers. I think that would be cool too, but I haven't taken time for that yet. That'll be the next thing. For March, I made this. March is the anniversary of my brother's death, and these are fabrics that my mother used in a quilt for him years ago. This is the stitch I had planned on doing for her, and it just all came together so nicely. The back matches that same background fabric. I have basically nothing left now, just a little piece. I really remember this fabric. It was a rocket quilt pieced rocket ship, and it had like a 3D flame coming out the bottom of it. It was very, very cool. I'm sure Mom still has it. The yellow fabric on the inside has nothing to do with the rocket quilt. I just thought it went nicely with the stars. I did pick these fabrics out and have this plan. It just kind of all came together at one point. And yes, this is about the size of a kitted up pouch, but it just happened. And so since I had this finish in mind, I picked the yellow to match the stars here. I did not outline them with this orange color that you see in the fabric. I just picked two different yellows, a little lighter and a little darker, and stitched it instead of a full coverage stamp as Sweet and It designed it to be. I just picked the dark background so I didn't have to stitch all that and put in some stars. Those are all charted, and there's a whole bunch of little French notch stars that are also charted, which I did not put in there. I think it looks fine just like that. And then I should have counted this count fabric because I just guessed I knew what it was, and it looks like my guess was a little off because I was running out of room. So I just stitched until I was like out of fabric and sewed it in, and then when it was all done, I went back and put a little tail on. So it looks adorable, it looks intentional. I love it. I don't have any more of this sparkle fabric. I wish I did. I definitely have enough of this star fabric. It definitely reminds me of my brother. I hope she really enjoys it. I know she wanted a quilted bag, so I did quilt the front and the back. You can't really see it. It blends in very, very well. But yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out. I'm making another one for a swap now. Not the same fabrics, obviously, since I don't have any more of this, but same design and completely different colors. So I will show that to you soon, probably. We'll have another little past episode, and who knows what this video is going to be like. It might be a lot of little clips thrown into one. Maybe next time I'll remember to record it horizontal. Oh, we'll see. No promises. Hello again, Flosstube. Past Amy here with a second gift bag that I've made and I'm ready to ship out. This was a swap with... Oh, I knew that until I pressed record. I'll link her. She's on Flosstube here, and she organized a spring swap, and this is what I'm sending to my person. This is a scissor fob that I made, and look, I forgot to record this in horizontal mode. Oops. Hopefully she has a pair of scissors that will fit. This size fits most of my scissors, so it is my favorite clasp. I mean, hearts. How can it not be my favorite? This is a copy of the chart that I used on the front here. Different colors because I'm really bad at following directions. And then I couldn't find my Easter pad, so here is a nice summary one. That sort of matches, more complements. It doesn't really match the way the Easter one was going to, but I can't find it, so shh, don't tell. So I'm getting ready to put that in a mailer. Oh, the inside is this lovely yellow and white stripe. So, super fun. And the back is just the polka dots. It is quilted. As you saw, it's fully lined, no exposed seams. And I even remembered to put my tag in. So, that's my new tag. And I love how it turned out. I've written down all of the flosses I used. This green is a variegated. I used all DMC, I think. Variegated pink for the door and border, variegated green for the grass, and then whatever solid colors I chose and used. This was a 3800, I think. Oh, I don't remember. That's why I write it down. And then just scraps from my drawers of scraps. So I'm basically, you know, have a little piece left of this, out of that, and then again, I had a little piece left, but it was quilted, and my son decided to practice sewing this morning on it. So these fabrics are now gone, minus a little bit of this pink and a touch of this green. So it's nice to use up my scraps this way, and then I just picked a zipper that matched this little bit of blue in case she's not a huge fan of pink or purple. So here we go, good old nature neutrals, and I think it turned out great. Hope you enjoyed.